Dum, 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 diddle dum dum, diddle dum dum, diddle dum dum. There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and cover, ducked and cover.
He did what we all must learn to do.
You and you
And you
and you, duck and cover.
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck and cover. This is an official civil defense film produced in cooperation with the Federal Civil Defense Administration and in consultation with the Safety Commission of the National Education Association. Produced by Archer Productions, Incorporated. Hey, Bert, come on out and meet all these nice people, please. Oh, all right. We really can't blame you. You see, Bert is a very, very careful fellow. When there's danger, this is the way he keeps from being hurt. Sometimes it even saves his life. That's why these children are practicing to duck and cover just as you do in your school. We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for it, just as we are ready for many other dangers that are around us all the time. Fire is a danger. It can burn whole buildings if someone is careless. But we are ready for fires. We have a fine fire department to put out the fire, and you have fire drills in your school so you know what to do. Automobiles can be dangerous, too. They sometimes cause bad accidents, but we are ready. We have safety rules that car drivers and people who are walking must obey. Now, we must be ready for a new danger, the atomic bomb. First, you have to know what happens when an atomic bomb explodes. You will know when it comes. We hope it never comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this. There is a bright flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen. If you are not ready and did not know what to do, it could hurt you in different ways. It could knock you down hard or throw you against a tree or a wall. It is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town. But if you duck and cover like Bert, you will be much safer. You know how bad sunburn can feel. The atomic bomb flash could burn you worse than a terrible sunburn, especially where you're not covered. Now, you and I don't have shells to crawl into like Bert the Turtle, so we have to cover up in our own way. First, you duck, and then you cover. And very tightly, you cover the back of your neck and your face. Duck and cover underneath a table or desk or anything else close by. In Betty's school, they are talking about the atomic bomb, too. Betty is asking her teacher, how can we tell when the atomic bomb may explode? And her teacher is explaining that there are two kinds of attack, with warning and without any warning. We think that most of the time we will be warned before the bomb explodes, so there will be time for us to get into our homes, schools, or some other safe place. Our civil defense workers and our men in uniform will do everything they can to warn us before enemy planes can bring a bomb near us. You may be in your schoolyard playing when the signal comes. That signal means to stop whatever you are doing and get to the nearest safe place fast. Always remember, the flash of an atomic bomb can come at any time, no matter where you may be. You might be out playing at home when the warning comes. Then be sure to get into the house fast, where your parents have fixed a safe place for you to go. If you are not close to home when you hear the warning, go to the nearest safe cover. Know where you are to go, or ask an older person to help you. You know the places marked with the S sign? They're safe places to go when you hear the alarm. If there is a warning, you will hear it before the bomb explodes. But sometimes, and this is very, very important, sometimes the bomb might explode without any warning. Then the first thing we would know about it would be the flash. And that means duck and cover fast, wherever you are. There's no time to look around or wait. Be like Bert. When there is a flash, duck and cover, and do it fast. Here are some older boys showing what to do if the flash comes when you are not in the classroom. This is what to do if you should be in a corridor. You duck and cover tight against the wall this way. Remember to keep your face and the back of your neck covered tightly. Try to fall away from windows or doors with glass in them. Then, if the glass breaks and flies through the air, it won't cut you. You might be eating your lunch when the flash comes. Duck and cover under the table. Then, if the explosion makes anything in the room fall down, it can't fall on you. Getting ready means we will all have to be able to take care of ourselves. The bomb might explode when there are no grown-ups near. Paul and Patty know this, and they're always ready to take care of themselves. Here they are on their way to school on a beautiful spring day. But no matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck and cover. Paul and Patty know what to do. Paul covered the back of his head so that he wouldn't be burned, and Patty covered herself with the coat she was carrying. They knew how to duck and cover. They acted right away when the flash came. If they had been at this doorway when the bomb flashed, Paul and Patty would have ducked and covered this way, like this girl. Heavy doorways are a good place to duck and cover. She will be safer, too. Here's Tony going to his Cub Scout meeting. Tony knows the bomb can explode any time of the year, day or night. He is ready for it. Duck and cover. Attaboy, Tony. That flash means act fast. Tony knows that it helps to get to any kind of cover. This wall was close by, so that's where he ducked and covered. Tony knew what to do. Notice how he keeps from moving or from getting up and running? He stays down until he is sure the danger is over. The man helping Tony is a civil defense worker. His job is to help protect us when there is danger of the atomic bomb. We must obey the civil defense worker. We must know how to duck and cover in the school bus or in any other bus or streetcar. Duck and cover. Don't wait. Duck away from the windows fast. The glass may break and fly through the air and cut you. Sundays, holidays, vacation time, we must be ready every day, all the time, to do the right thing if the atomic bomb explodes. Duck and cover. This family knows what to do, just as your own family should. They know that even a thin cloth helps protect them. Even a newspaper can save you from a bad burn. But the most important thing of all is to duck and cover yourself, especially where your clothes do not cover you. No matter where we live, in the city or the country, we must be ready all the time for the atomic bomb. Duck and cover. That's the first thing to do. Duck and cover. The next important thing to do after that is to stay covered until the danger is over. Yes, we must all get ready now so we know how to save ourselves if the atomic bomb ever explodes near us. If you do not know just what to do, ask your teacher when this film is over. Discuss what you could do in different places if a bomb explodes. Older people will help us as they always do, but there might not be any grown-ups around when the bomb explodes. Then, you're on your own.
Remember what to do, friends. Now tell me right out loud. What are you supposed to do when you see the flash?
Duck and cover. Duck and cover. Duck and cover.
Across the centuries comes this exciting story of a modern girl cursed by an ancient legend. The legend of the cat people. Women whose kiss means death, whose love turns them into vicious, snarling beasts of prey.
Twice I've been followed by something that was not human, something that attempted to take my life. I believe that was the cat form of Verena.
Why should she wish to harm you?
Because I'm in love with her husband. It's shut, Bill. Just a minute ago, it was open.
locked.
Leave us, Raymond.
You country cornflakes, you country cornflakes. Oh, they won't will when you pour on milk. Oh, they won't bunch when they are crushed. They're double toasted, double crisp and good. General Mills makes them just the way they should. You country cornflakes, you country cornflakes. From fields of corn, so majestically waving that they won't will when you pour on milk. Double toasted cornflakes made with rice. So buy our cornflakes, you country cornflakes, you country cornflakes. Please buy our cornflakes, you country cornflakes, you country cornflakes, you country cornflakes. They're made from corn.
Pickle lovers always insist on the proud pickle. Heinz. No compromise, no shortcuts, no soggy pickle. Heinz stops at nothing to give you a pickle that tastes the way no other pickle does. Crisp, full-bodied, savory. That's what makes Heinz the proud pickle. If you were the best tasting pickle, wouldn't you be proud?
Now, I'm going to show you 3 things, and you've got to tell me what you do with them. Number 1, a pint of... Well, you seem to know what to do with that one, all right. Number 2, a handkerchief. Excellent. Remember, coughs and sneezes spread diseases. Now, number 3, a bowl of disinfectant. Hey, you don't drink it, man. That's for the soiled handkerchief, which is full of germs. You put the handkerchief into the disinfectant, which kills the germs and so stops the spread of infection. Now, let's get this quite clear. You sneeze into the handkerchief and then put the handkerchief into a bowl of disinfectant to kill the germs. Not in with the family's washing. Got it? Sure? Good. Remember, don't spread germs.
Boner toes for some reason.
Alright, we are basically almost there.
Are we?
Now we can
Troll.
We're
I
really
said that this morning. We've
We've
got 45 seconds.
still got 45 seconds.
I'm gonna pee! I'm gonna pee! Oh, this is the worst time to have to pee.
Sorry, not perfectly timed.
Check.
Okay, we can hear now.
30 seconds.
I'm turning it off though because we don't need it anymore.
Ten seconds.
Alright.
10 seconds. Whoa. Here we go. Ooh, hello everybody. Welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show. My name is Andy. What's yours?
Intro.
That's called an intro for you. Welcome.
Well, hello, Mr. Fenton.
Ten, nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Are we? Are we? What's happening?
Yeah. You did it. You chose us. That makes you better than other people.
Okay, stop talking. All right, good. We are live in Nanotako Studios in North Minneapolis. If you have not been a part of the Monday Night Comedy Show online edition during this whole COVID-19 business, what a great night to start, because we have a fantastic show.
You gotta unmute yourself. I can't unmute you.
Why didn't
I can't unmute you.
Do I have to start over? Instead of starting over, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to say, welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show, and then you're going to pretend that I said something, nothing but hilarious after that. And I did not say the word, and this is just an example. Ladies and gentlemen, I am avoiding saying ladies and gentlemen to include everybody who's welcome to watch this show. After 13 years of doing this show, it is hard to train myself to say something else, like people, friends, Monday Night Rangers, which is our number one running, maybe. That's our option that we're liking so far. Or secret crushes. If you like it, just tell us what to call you in the comments section down below, and I will read them and maybe possibly, if they're funny, put them on the screen for the internet to see. If I do so happen to slip and say, ladies and gentlemen, this is what will happen. I don't know if they saw that, but I'll raise my head. J-Money, the motherfucking hawk, will shoot me with a fully automatic Nerf gun that I stole from my son with his permission. So thank you, Graham, for loaning me some of your Nerf weaponry. And thank you, Kruger, for shooting me with such gusto.
My pleasure.
It's time to meet people. Let's meet the people, shall we? Meeting the people. In studio here with me is, of course, Mercy Victor. This is what he looks like in real life. This is a digital representation of what his face looks like. Kruger and Kat, this is J-Money the motherfucking hawk, of course, and Kat Morgan, who are sitting here. Kruger with the Nerf gun ready to shoot me at a moment's notice. Who else is here? Let's bring in Mr. John Wheeler.
Hello.
I believe Bloomington, Minnesota.
No, I'm over north now. I'm probably close to you.
You moved?
Yeah, well, I bought a house in North Minneapolis. Alexis and I did. I didn't do it by myself. I'm not capable of adult things.
I had $13 in my bank account 2 weeks ago. You bought a house. Good for you.
Well, I might have murdered people.
You're winning. Yes. Congratulations on your new home. I hope you're very happy.
I am very happy. Alexis is very happy. The elderly couple that haunts us seems to be fairly happy with us.
A haunted house. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It looks pretty haunted.
You're living the dream. Well, congratulations on the new home, and happy belated birthday. We will sing to you tonight.
Thank you.
I hope you don't mind.
Yesterday that I turned 40.
I remember 40 from 2 years ago, and yeah, I think that was the last time I got laid. Anyway, who's next? Enough of this John Wheeler cat in his new palatial estate, but we have Mr. Joe Christensen.
Hey, Andy, how we doing, buddy?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. We're happy to have you, Joe. You didn't have to buy a house this week, did you?
What? I literally heard like 2 of those words. You're wondering if I got the operation done?
No. Am I super echoey? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice. You're the host that's so nice you can hear him twice, but I don't know, man.
No one wants to hear me twice. Is it getting better?
Yeah, it's getting better. Yeah.
Okay, I think it was because Kat and Kruger's mic was on. So, all right. Well, live from South Minneapolis, it's Joe Christensen. Who else? Who else is here? From Fairbanks, Alaska, it's Mr. Michael Schaefer.
Hello.
Poet laureate of the Monday.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mr. Michael Schaefer from Fairbanks, Alaska. And I'm really excited. However, I don't believe her camera is running right now. But Amber Preston from Los Angeles, California. Oh my God, there she is. Oh, you guys.
Hi.
Amber, welcome back to the Monday.
I'm here.
Yay!
Hi,
How's LA?
Andy. Can you hear me? You can see all the things are happening.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, it's so hot. It's so hot, and I'm on my phone because the power might go out at any minute, and then I will be in darkness. But I should still be here. So.
Okay. Well, welcome. We're super happy you're here, and we can hear you just fine. And we'll talk more in a little bit about your new album that just came out on Stand Up Records. And I think we've done everything that we ought. We have a fantastic show tonight. We have a few videos tonight. We have episode 3 of The Bitter Baker, which if you have not subscribed to The Bitter Baker on YouTube, you damn well should. That is brought to you tonight by Tiffany Norton, she might be here tonight. Hopefully she is. If not, we'll just do what we can. And also, we have a fantastic music video tonight called Frack You, which if you're a fan of Battlestar Galactica, and if you're not, you're a nerd, it goes against everything, right? If you like Battlestar Galactica, that makes you cool.
So say we all.
We're just,
No.
yes.
So say we all.
So say we all. And then we also John Wheeler is debuting a video that he's starting a YouTube channel, which is mainly porn. Super racist porn, but you know what? It's family friendly stuff. So how he achieves that balance, probably through some scripture readings. I'm not sure, but I'm really excited about it. You might notice that the camera is up high tonight. That's to hide the double chin. Ooh. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try something different tonight because I looked in the mirror and I saw something that I didn't like staring back at me, and so this is gonna fix it. And let me just tell you, folks, that Kruger staring at me menacingly in the background with a Nerf gun that can possibly hurt me is really freaking me out. It's tweaking me out. But remember, if I do slip, please don't hold it against me. I am trying, after 13 years of learned memory, I'm trying to change. So that being said, gang, I think it's time we read the Monday Night Comedy Show Book Club book, which of course is Full House, Stephanie, Picture Me Famous. If you haven't read this, don't make comments on what happens next. We're only on page 13, folks. And here to read page 13 is none other than Nanotako's own Jeff Sherman, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. I said it. Oh, God. Okay. That was, see? I deserve that. I apologize. My friends, my secret crushes, my people. Jeff Sherman, reading page 13 of Full House's Stephanie, Picture Me Famous. Take it away.
So if I don't get an A this time, it won't kill my average, Stephanie thought. I'll just do better next time. I can't believe it. Norman cried, turning over the paper Miss Sims had put on her desk. I got a C-. Stephanie fought to hide her grin. It was hard not to gloat just a little when one of the flamingos got what she deserved. Alyssa was known throughout school for cheating on tests and copying other kids' homework. Nasty girl. Alyssa turned to the girl behind her. I thought you said that writing about endangered species would get me an A for sure. Well, you can just forget about being in the flamingos now. I said whales or dolphins, the other girl whined. Not your brother's dead goldfish. Stephanie shook her head. That was pretty typical for a flamingo. The truth was that a good writer could make a story about anything, even goldfish, into a good story, even something about Stephanie, maybe. The problem was that everyone for it. Stephanie smiled and then she almost heart attack. She couldn't believe what she saw.
I don't know what the hell that was, but that was Jeff Sherman reading page 13 of Picture Me Famous. Jeff, thank you so much. Round of applause for Jeff. That was weird and echoey and very spacey. If you really want want, you have my number. You can send me a text, and I will take a picture of page 13 and send it to you for your digital archives. That was bizarre, and if it happens again, then so it goes. Who knows what's going to happen tonight? Nothing but good stuff, though. Let me tell you. South Minneapolis. When those words enter your ears, folks, there should only be one name that comes to mind, and it should be Andrew Brindleton, because I live in South Minneapolis. But if there are two names that pop into your head when you hear who represents South Minneapolis, who do the people of South swear fealty to you? It is of course your next comic, your first comic of tonight, this 588th Monday Night Comedy Show, guys. Put your hands together for Mr. Joe Christensen.
Hey, thank you,
Michael. God damn it.
Hi, Michael. Hey, everybody. Hey. I think people's idea of what's cool changes once they become adults. Like nowadays, I actually do know the Muffin Man, and no one gives a shit. I'm thinking about buying a hairless cat because I hate picking up fur balls, but I absolutely love picking up skin balls. All right, that's terrifying. I saw a flyer that said bassist wanted. I'm hoping it's dead or alive. Or else I killed some long-arm freak for no reason. I shouldn't have a credit card. It's too dangerous. It's too tempting. It's too easy to swipe the butt cheeks of the dude in front of me in line. My high school cheerleading squad didn't do the pyramid. We thought it was too extravagant. So we just had them all cremated. It's
you're not going to use those right now.
It's a burial thing. Evolutionists are full of shit. They say woolly mammoths died out because they were maladaptive. But my Uncle Craig is really woolly, and he's doing just fine. What a back here. My classmates hated me because I was always raising my hand. And my teacher always hated me because I only asked, "What's your name again, lady?" My dad used to be the town drunk. That is until we staged an intervention. Yeah, we moved him into the woods. My girlfriend says I'm really cheap, but just last week I bought her a $15 cocktail. I mean, sure, I did bring my prospecting gear, and I panned out the gold leaf, and then I sold it to my gold guy. And then I went back to the bar and lied to the bartender about there not being gold in it. So she'd put more gold into it. And then I repeated this 30 times. But still, $15 cocktail, not cheap. Did you know you can get cancer from eating certain kinds of meat? Which sucks because I love eating pig tumors. Here's a useful travel tip. Here's a good travel tip. If a TSA agent asks you to take off your belt, make sure to ask them if they're off duty. Because if they are off duty, that means they want to bang. I hate furniture that isn't fully assembled. I bought this goose down comforter, and before I could enjoy it, I had to remove all the goose's bones into organs and meat. It was just a bag with a full goose in it. I don't think Trump's the Antichrist. From what I understand from the Bible, the Antichrist, who it's going to be is going to be fairly obvious. Like, he'll wear sandals like Jesus, but they'll be on the wrong feet. And his beard's actually going to be on the top of his head. Never pick up hitchhikers in front of a prison. Every time I've tried to do that, they said my tandem bicycle was for nerds. They're mean. It'd suck getting mouth cancer from cigars, but it wouldn't be the worst thing. The worst thing would be getting colon cancer from cigars. Because you'd never hear the end of it. I used to babysit this kid who was afraid of heights, like way too afraid of heights. So finally, one day I took him to the public pool and I drug him up to the top of the high dive. And sometimes I wonder how he's doing up there. They say you don't want to see the sausages being made, which is true because I did once. And now I'm really jealous of everyone with those fun sausage stuffing jobs. It's weird that some people prefer rappers to accordion music. I think it's weird, at least. Because one time I met this rapper named Little Tay. I tried squeezing him. It didn't sound so good. It's been a rough week. I'm done.
Folks, that's Joe Christensen. Let him go. Yeah. Joe Christensen. One more time. Let everybody look at him and clap.
And go ogle.
And take a screenshot because that's Joe Christensen. All right. Oh, got it. We have Amber back. Amber's back. Excellent. Guys, we're having some technical issues. We can only blame Brian Shelsby. True. Even though he's somewhere he's either in a Dakota or a Carolina. I don't remember. So. He's in Lakeville?
Lake.
Did he move back?
For now.
Oh, well, shit. We're going to have to make fun of him way more often. All right. Excellent. Excellent. One thing I forgot to tell you guys because he wasn't on screen was our live in studio guest is a young buck named Wayne Burfind, and he's new to the scene. This is what he looks like. He's actually about 20 feet away from me right now. He's an excellent example. If you're actually not performing or on screen, everybody in this room is wearing a mask, and because we are following safety protocols here at Nanotako Studios. So if you do want to be an in-studio guest, we would love to have you. Masks are required, and all you have to do is send us an email to mncs@gmail.com, or you can just message us on our Facebook page. Direct it to Ronnie or May. They are our new booking agents, and they've been doing a fantastic job making sure that we have all the funny that is fit to broadcast. And Wayne is our only in-studio performer this week, only because he is enough comic for 3 people, at least. Yeah, it's super fat comment. I'm just kidding. I'm actually fatter than Wayne Burfind, and I never thought it would happen in my lifetime. So that's why I'm on a low-carb keto diet right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nerf guns are really powerful. Thank you, Kruger. Thank you. I wasn't on screen. I had Wayne still
muted.
But believe me, folks, Kruger just pelted me with some Nerf guns. So we have a first video tonight. I was talking about Battlestar Galactica, and you might remember one of the people you saw earlier tonight. His name is Jeff. He read something called Page 13 out of a book. And here to introduce our next video, Frack You, please welcome back to the stage, Jeff Sherman, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so I'm live. Not members. So to throw, just gonna show the music. Forget you, and all about tragic tale of Anders the Cylon from Battlestar Galactica. I think we're battling sound. So, anyways. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me?
That's better.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, back to what I was saying. It's just an old music video we did, a spoof on BSG, the tragic tale of Anders the Cylon, and featuring a whole bunch of people from around the Twin Cities that we just kind of did in the back halls of what was at the time Shop NBC. But take it away, Frack you. The neuroanatomy of fear and faith share common afferent pathways. Flip a coin. Increased vascular pressure marks the threat response. Free with scuttles in the swamp of fear. Do not fear the world. You are the harbinger of death. Care Thrace. You will lead them all to the end. End of line. New command. Resume function. Resume function. Starbuck, this one's for you.
I see you flying around space with that care I love, and I'm like, frack you. Like gas saving you from your band wasn't enough. I'm like, frack him, man, frack you too. I said if I were a dime, I'd still be with ya. Ha, now ain't that some shit? And though the guys won't listen, I still wish you the best with the frack you. I'm sorry, don't fly a Viper, but that don't mean I can't get you there. Guess he's a commander, and I'm just Anders. But the way you play your game ain't fair. I pity the fool that falls in love with you. Oh, shit, she's not getting better. Well, you should know. Ooh, I got some news for you. Yeah, go on and tell your little Apollo. I see you flying around space with that care I love, and I'm like, frack you. Like gas saving you from your band wasn't enough. I'm like, frack him, man, frack you too. I said if I were a dime, I'd still be with ya. Ha, now ain't that some shit? And though the guys won't listen, I still wish you the best with the frack you. Now, no, I'm kind of a Cylon, so we're scaling Taurus all in Ellen. Trying to keep ya, trying to please ya, 'cause being in love with your ass ain't fun. I pity the fool that falls in love with you. Oh, shit, she's got it better. Well, you should know. Ooh, I got some news for you. I really hate your ass right now. I see you flying around space with that care I love, and I'm like, frack you. Like girl saving you from your band wasn't enough. I'm like, frack you and frack him too. I said if I were a dime, I'd still be with ya. Ha, now ain't that some shit? And though the guys won't listen, I still wish you the best with the frack you. Now, Kara, why you wanna hurt me so bad? So bad, so bad. I tried to tell the wall, but she told me this was one for a cat. And I was like, oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why, Kara? I love you. I still love you. That care I love, and I'm like, frack you. Like girl saving you from your band wasn't enough. I'm like, frack you and frack him too. I said if I were a dime, I'd still be with ya. Oh, now ain't that some shit? And though the guys won't listen, I still wish you the best. The frack you. I'm outie. Gotta go save the motherfucking human race. Angles and curves, the shape of dreams, half remembered, slip the burly bonds of earth and touch the face of perfection, a perfect face, find the perfect world for the end of Gareth race, end of line.
Yeah! Woo! That was Frack You, written and directed by Vanessa Miles, performed. The singer was Jeff Sherman, who you just saw introduce it, including a stellar local cast, including but not limited to, Mary Shanley and my good friend Terry Pounds, who hopefully you guys are watching tonight. If you are, I love and miss all of you, and thank you for being a part of that and part of the Monday Night Comedy Show. So if you live in the Faribault area and would like to vote for your next school board member, please vote for Terry Pounds. Once again, in the Faribault School District, Terry Pounds is running for school board, and he's going to win because he's gonna flip the tables on all those school board jokers that are in there currently. Are gonna out with the old, in with the Terry, and that. Oh, this is online now, and I'm sorry, Terry. Terry taught my son how to read.
Well, good.
Great.
He taught me how to drive. A class D truck, which I can now transport those orphans from point A to point B with Terry's help. He's the Terry Pounds for Faribault School Board. Boop. I just booped your nose, and Speaking of voting, folks, if you haven't registered to vote, for the love of everything and it's holy, please do so, and then exercise your right to vote on or before November 3rd, because, it's a bit important this time around. Not that it isn't important before, but let's just go ahead and say that if you vote on November 3rd, that'd be great. Just a super thing to do. We're not going to say don't vote for Trump, but don't. But also vote your heart. Seriously, vote your convictions. If you are a tyrannical monster of a human, definitely vote that way. But if you care about people and some hope for change, why not vote for that? Yay. There ends my soapbox. Speaking of soap, your next performer uses it on a daily basis, ladies and gentlemen. Not only when he's washing his body, but fuck. Not only thank you, Kruger. Sorry about that. Not only when he's washing his body, but also when he's washing his hands up to 30 to 40 times each day. Nowadays that's a good thing. That's a selling point. Anyway, from Fairbanks, Alaska, ladies and gentlemen, and that one hit me right there. Jesus Christ! Ow! That was a good shot. I know. I need to change. He's a high school English teacher living in Fairbanks for only so long, because rumor has it this young drink of water is going to be moving to a place called Iowa. Woo! By only 3 short hours away from the Monday Night Comedy Show. So if you're living in the Twin Cities area and have a futon that he can crash on, why not loan it to him so he can make a long weekend of it and come to the Monday. His most recent book, From Alphabet Street to When Doves Cry, a haiku companion for Prince, just came out. It's available for $20. That does include shipping from Fairbanks. Wow. Woo! Thank you. Yeah, it is reasonable. I have it. And he will write you a personalized haiku if you give him your favorite Prince song. He wrote one for me. My favorite Prince song is Starfish and Coffee. And he wrote something very personal for me. There's a lot of sexual innuendo in the haiku that he wrote for me, but that's just him. So, folks, my friends, my Monday Night Rangers, put your hands together for Michael Schaefer from Fairbanks, Alaska.
All right. Thank you. And I don't even need a futon. I'm low maintenance. I can just curl up on a 6x2 piece of carpet. That'll be fine. So I've got 3 poems for you good folks today, kicking it off by request. Our host requested this, and this is And It Was Funky, happening in a parallel universe. Prince turned 60 on a Thursday night. They tore down First Avenue at dawn the next day, but not before his royal badness played one hell of a show, and it was funky. He didn't invite any guest artists. He didn't need to. Don't get me wrong. Morris Day and the Time are the mad notes, yo. But it was just 3 full hours of Prince. No Sheena Easton, no Sheryl Crow, just Prince. Pure, solid, and it was funky. Shockadelica segued into soft and wet, the slamming first part of his opening set, and he played it like it was a testimony. Testified, justified, Google-eyed, and Dixie-fried. And he played it like those two songs had always gone together, man. It was seamless. And he wasn't wasting any time on secondhand berets or apocalyptic predictions or the altered states of melodramatic doves. Hell no. Those top 40 tunes had all been done to death. But the very first breath of Diamonds and Pearls had the uptown girls in the front row moving and grooving and shaking that ass like ass. He was decked out in eyeliner, high heels, and tight crimson chaps, and he knew perhaps he might breathe new life into some of his greatest hits, start reimagining his shit to keep it fresh, you know? And for the Purple One, believe me, I've got nothing but praise, but there's only so many ways you can reinvent that little red Corvette, and yet, when those familiar synthesized chords first fired up, it was funky. And he wailed through 1 + 1 + 1 is 3. It was Prince, the rest of First Avenue, and me, and it was funky. He did some tracks off the Black Album, the White Album. Yes, he even covered the Beatles. Rocky Raccoon never sounded so funky. And it was A-U-T-Almatic. Refreshing as a cool cannonball in the chilly waters of Lake Minnetonka. And this ain't about this, that, what, where, or how. This about the freaks doing everything they want to do now. He did Sometimes It Snows in April. Prince, I live in Alaska. I know all about that shit. Sometimes It Snows in July. He did Do You Lie? And for his one and only encore, what seemed like a never-ending, jaw-dropping odyssey of I Wanna Melt With You, whose final chords did not fade until half past 1. And as the Minnesota sun hovered above me the next morning, I made a pilgrimage. I was dehydrated, exhausted, but I just couldn't sleep. I needed to see the rubble of what used to be First Avenue. I dodged behind a dozer and stole a piece of crumbled cinder block, a souvenir, a magical remnant of a glorious institution, a jagged, black and gray little concrete chunk. Yeah, I saw Prince's last show, and it was funky. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Thank you. So Mike Sexton passed away today. He was a poker announcer that I admired, and so I dug up a 15-year-old poem that I don't know if I've ever performed in front of people before because it's a bit naughty and it's a bit more than juvenile. It's based on a true story when I was playing in Vegas years ago, and this is whether it was a definite boom in the poker popularity back then. So during one hand, I had the nuts on the river. It's an unbeatable hand, and I baited the sourpuss across from me into betting all of his chips against me. Well, that felt pretty good, and so this slam poem doubles down on the machismo that was coursing through my veins at that time, and it's an erotic piece that asks the question, what if I was about to enjoy a one-night stand with someone that everyone in Vegas knew except me? And the answer is not Mike Sexton, but here goes. This is the Nut Flush Blush. So I'm playing Texas Hold'em at this convention center in Vegas, and this middle-aged grumpy chump across from me has vacated his chair. But now there's this gorgeous blonde sitting there. Hi, I say. Hi, she says. Nice flush. Thanks. It's the nuts, I say. Then I ask her if she's come to play. She says, not really. I'm still raking in a huge stack of reds when I wink at her and say, me neither. We introduce ourselves, then she says, want to come up to my room? It's a suite. I take a long look at her. I look at the dealer. My man's already placed my chips in the plastic trays. And after cashing out, I follow this knockout with legs for days up to her hotel room and start making some small talk. So what do you do? I ask her. She tells me that she doesn't really work and that her father owns the hotel. And now it feels like I'm being bluffed. Oh, really? I say. My smarm is not mistaken for charm, and she says, you don't watch much TV, do you? And the wittiest comeback I can deliver is, what if I don't? You don't surf the internet at all, do you? She says, as we enter the elevator. And I feel like I have just been checked raised. I say, woman, please, I'm a poet. I write, I perform, and occasionally I win a big-ass stack of poker chips and enjoy a roll in the hay with the first consenting dame I can find. That's my Las Vegas state of mind. Then she got poetic on me, telling me how I should focus on the erogenous instead of the misogynous. And I'm still treating this doll face like a poker player, because I can see by the smoky sizzle in her eyes that maybe I should fold this hand and respect what she's representing, even if it is a bluff. And as she rounds the corner and takes her hotel key out of this fancy designer purse that probably cost more than I made last year, I whisper oh so gently in her ear, I am touched by your presence, dear. And if you would forgive my earlier indiscretion, I would really enjoy a passionate love-making session. That made her so hot. Fuck. And as she starts to rip off my shirt, I don't even notice the Sony camcorder set up on her nightstand, hidden discreetly behind a bucket of ice next to a men's magazine bearing a touched-up and glossy photo of her. I am grossly unaware of the steady whir of our digital images being recorded permanently, capturing the sordid things we're about to do, uploading our raw carnal embrace straight to her sleek PC, being broadcast as some hyperlink, .org, .net. I don't see it, not yet, because I am too focused on slipping off her amazingly delicate panties, a sensation worth a million poker Annies. I see London. I see France. She has a body as smooth as her silk underpants. She interrupts my childish thoughts and says, touch me there. I say, shut up. No more talking. I let my fingers do the walking. My index finger first to feel her yearning. Paris is burning.
Yeah!
So that could have happened, right? I mean, me and Paris having sex tape, it could have happened. So let's put that silly piece of poker erotica behind us, shall we? And I will leave you good folks with a short political piece called Kofefe. I teach high school English in Fairbanks, Alaska. I love teaching teenagers the origin of words. I tell my students that the etymology of clue comes from Greek legend. When Theseus unraveled a clue, a ball of string, it helped him navigate his way through the maze. Earlier this term, the world was treated to what we all thought was a new word, courtesy of our president. This is the etymology of Kofefe. There are some who prefer to say Kofifi, but there are also some who prefer to say especially. Kofefe, C-O-V-F-E-F-E. Let's break it down by syllable. The C-O-V comes from the word coven. If you're the commander-in-chief, you may pronounce this word coven. One meaning of coven or coven is a gathering of witches. When you feel that there are almost supernatural forces working against you, whether it's a group of women from the 1600s, suspected communists from the 1950s, or a room of respected reporters from Tuesday. This word helps you lash out at those critics and provide them with the burden of proof. Fe is number 26 on the periodic table. By mass, it's the most common element on Earth. Just like by mass, I'm one of the biggest poets in this chat room. As an element, iron is also relatively hard, as in being #president is really hard. Send. And the final syllable, you might think that the final FE would also stand for iron, and you would be right. Ridiculousness in the repetitive, like Duran Duran playing Walla Walla in tutus. And just like an old and inflexible iron lung, with every breath of oxygen that he sucks out of a room, over time, there is the attraction of rust. Orange-tinted evidence that this shit is getting old. In Greek legend, the Sphinx terrorized the kingdom of Thebes, attacking anyone who could not or would not solve her riddles. Today we have tweets challenging us to decipher his late-night ramblings, as if it's our burden, our call. Well, if that's the case, Mr. President, allow me to unravel the string. You say tomato, and I say tomato. You say espresso, and I say espresso. Kofifi, kofefe, kofifi, kofefe. Let's call the whole thing off. Vote November 3rd, people. Thank you.
Of course, it's Michael Schaefer, live from Fairbanks, Alaska, where it is 2 hours behind.
3
3 hours.
Yep.
Michael Schaefer gets to wear white for 3 extra hours today. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Happy Labor Day.
Labor Day. Woo!
If you are part of the working class, which you most likely are, thank you for working. I think that's what this holiday is about. Excellent. All right, what's next? Well, originally we were supposed to have Tiffany Norton on screen to introduce this next video because she gave us permission to show all of the Bitter Baker videos that she's doing in order. So what I want you to do, folks, is if you're on your laptop, open up YouTube and do a search for The Bitter Baker, and I want you to subscribe to it because she's making new videos every other week right now, and they are fantastic. Even if you're not into baking videos, these are really, really, really funny. And here's episode 3, I narked on my nosy neighbor nut goodie bars, and it's a fantastic episode. Put your hands together for The Bitter Baker, episode 3.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Hello, and welcome back to The Bitter Baker. Normally, I bake out of a sense of resentment. Today, though, I'm baking an apology. I called the cops on my neighbors, and I feel bad. I thought he was hitting her. Turns out, nope, he was just hitting it, along with 3 of his golf buddies. So today, I'm making nut goodie bars to bring to my swinger neighbors. For our first step, we're going to combine 1 bag of our milk chocolate chips and our semi-sweet chocolate chips and a cup of butter. We're going to swirl that together until it comes into a nice, thick chocolate gangbang. We're going to spread half of the mixture in the pan and freeze it for 10 minutes until it's set. For our second layer, we're going to combine vanilla pudding, evaporated milk, maple flavor, and an entire bag of powdered sugar. That's enough sugar to screw yourself with in case your muffin stuffing party gets canceled. We're going to cool this for about 10 minutes and then spread it across our chocolate layer. Then we'll refrigerate that for an additional 30. Now we're going to add our third layer of chocolate, peanuts, and peanut butter. And then we're going to spread it all over the top until it is just busting with nuts all over her face. I mean the pan. And now we're done. And all that's left to do is to chill this in the refrigerator for at least 3 hours. You want these babies to be good and stiff. And tune in next week when we make Hide Your Herpes hotcakes.
Bitter Baker! Be sure to subscribe on YouTube. You can also like her on Facebook. It's super worth it. You'll get all the notifications that a new video is up for you to enjoy, and they are fantastic. And even though we are showing these in order each week here at the Monday Night Comedy Show, you feel free, watch ahead. They're relatively short videos, and binge them all. Just do it. You can always rewatch them. Be sure to share them if you had a good time watching them. So, folks, Los Angeles, California. There's a lot going on over there. One thing that is very true about LA is that they make movies there, and I'm sure they have some sort of other industries. They have coffee shops, stores in which to buy things, restaurants to eat food, art galleries. Thank you. Yes, they have art galleries there. There are hills and valleys.
Homeless shelters.
They have homeless shelters. So basically, LA is exactly like our house here in the Twin Cities. And while LA is a bit more glamorous, there's a certain magnetic draw, and it pulls people away from the Twin Cities and other places all around the world to LA. Your next performer got swept up in the drama, and
True.
she left us. L.A., Los Angeles stole her from us, and we liked having her around. And even though she was from something called North Dakota, she was always welcome here in the Twin Cities, and always will be, even though she lives in LA now and has a weird zip code that starts with a 9. I'm assuming anyway. Folks, I'm super happy to have back at the Monday Night Comedy Show Amber Preston. Put your hands together for her.
Oh gosh! Oh wow! This is exciting. Thank you for having me. I can only see myself, so if sound goes out, am I really echoey? It might be. I don't know. I'm doing this on my phone because it's so hot here that any computers plugged in, power goes out. Powers go out. The power's gone out 7 times since we've done this. Air conditioning on and off. It's 90 degrees, but everything's fine. And then there's ash. There's ash falling from the sky because someone decided to have a gender reveal party, a party in the pandemic, which is a great idea, first of all. And then when it's 111 degrees, they were like, let's blow shit up. That seems like really a great idea. And I only wish that the ash that had been falling from the sky all day was the color of whatever their baby is. Like, let us all be a part of the gender reveal. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna burn shit down and ash my car, I want to know what that baby is. Nope, I don't give a shit. 2 things before I get to prepared material. I don't have anything. Andy, keto. That first of all, your videos before the show, a proud pickle. This is what they used to call me in college. Would be an example of someone could use that phrase. You should try Bubbies. They're very fancy pickles, but they're keto friendly because there's no sugar. And if you buy these, you can't afford any other food. So I hope you like them because this is my dinner. But I suggest Bubbies. They're the proud pickle. Fuck Heinz.
Thank you.
Okay. Hope they're not a sponsor. And then I would also like to share a poem. This goes in with the Bitter Baker and the Amazing Poets. I didn't hear the first one because I have cheap skull candy earbuds, and who knows if they work. I want to read them. I have a habit of collecting, and what I've been doing during quarantine is reading old vintage recipe books, mostly like church basement women and like Lutheran women. There's a lot of like, just make some left hand, suck it up, Barb. Like that's generally the vibe of these. But this poem I thought was appropriate for Bitter Baker and to go along with the theme of the night, the poetry. This is okay, I know what I'm doing. That's the artwork. Look at this lady. Could they be more unimpressed with life? And how this illustration managed to, like, we know her arms are flabby. Well done to that artist. The poem sums up who I am as a person. I might live on the West Coast, but I'm so Midwest because I've never related to 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of poetry more. The Diary of Lars Olsen. Keep it to yourself. It isn't that bad. No one should know if you're happy or sad. That's those are the people I come from. That sums up the Midwest. Like, okay, you're bleeding. Well, nobody cares, Barb. Everybody's named Barb. What are strange times. Got an email today from Netflix saying, hey, are you gonna finish watching Outlander? Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm gonna finish Netflix. You don't need to email me, Netflix. I'm watching right now. Done nothing but be at home. Other parts of the world, people are like living their lives. I leave for work, but for like April and May, didn't leave the house. All I did was sit at home and watch my avocados, and I still missed that window when they were ripe. I'm very bad in the kitchen, is what I'm trying to say. This is what a world we're living in, right? Like I miss stand-up as we knew it so much, and it's so much like sex. Like I spent a lot of my life not doing it, and live stand-up like sex. It's good, even when it's bad. Like you still are like, I can't wait to do that again, even if like the other person was like, fine. Like you still are like, yeah. But these Zoom shows or online shows, masturbation, straight up. It's masturbation, but like 90s style, like bad porn. Like we're waiting for it to load, and like you're like, am I on mute? Shit, am I muted? Oh, can they see me? Are my parents gonna walk in? Like you're enjoying it and it's fun, but it could go horribly wrong, you know? This is a part of my set where I would normally wrangle my husband in to do a funny bit about like how he supports me, and then he's like in the background playing video games. We have fun because we have to, because we live in a tiny one bedroom. So I'm very lucky. He's great, but he whistles. He whistles. He whistles. He whistles. He whistles all the time. I should have known that before we got married. That seems like if we survive this pandemic election, it's gonna be great. Like nothing will break us up. He's the more fun one though. My husband is way more fun than I am. He's amazing. I am not fun. I put on a fun earring. I put on eyeliner, but I am not fun. My favorite thing to do as a child. This is a little tidbit in which I tell you how old I am and how not fun I am. My favorite thing to do as a child was to go to West Acres Mall in Fargo, North Dakota, and go to Sears. Okay, that's clue number one. I'd like to go to Sears, and I would go to the word processing, the typewriter aisle. There was a whole aisle of word processors at Sears, and you could just touch them and type them and test them out. In that store, Sears was right next to KB Toys, and I was like, no, thank you, Barbie. I got a typewriter to type on. I went to the word processors, and I typed my little fucking heart out. Like I thought it was the most fun. Like I just was like, I'm gonna type so fast. Like my dream was for some little old lady to walk by and be like, oh shoot, she can type. Are you typing 40 words a minute? Yeah, girl. Like that was what I wanted. I would just practice typing. I need that fax on my desk by Monday because I wanted to be Angela Bauer from Who's the Boss. That's for two of us that are the age that know who she is. But my husband is he's really fun. He wants me to try mushrooms. People, anybody in the room clap? Do you guys do mushrooms? You partake in the? Oh sure. Oh, that's a robust applause for that. I'm too scaredy cat. I'm a too scaredy cat to try it. I'm scared of everything. Although I'm willing to try a little tiny bit because I listened to a podcast and like WNYC Studio has said it's okay to microdose. So then maybe I will, you know. So he keeps sending me text messages like, "Hey babe, just keep walking into the unknown with the highest version of yourself and watch the fruits drop." I'm like, cool. I just wondered if we had milk at home. That was my question, and you responded with that. Okay. Oh, I just two other things. But he's also he's very handsome. He's not very smart. He's very fun. Sometimes he's a dum-dum, and I know I start out in stand-up, and I'm like, I'm never gonna be one of those comics. Even if I do get married, which I don't think I want to get married, but then I realized I needed health insurance, and somebody asked me. So yes, I am now married, and I was like, I'm not going to do all this material like husbands. Oh, am I right? But he's so fucking dumb sometimes that I have like, and he's not here, and I can take full advantage. It's so great. I have a coffee body scrub I put in the shower. It's a cardamom coffee scrub. It's made with coffee grounds. It's brown. It smells like cardamom. Ooh, makes me so soft. No, it's fine. It's delicious. I love it. I'm out of it. I said, by the way, if you're going to that store, can you pop in that store? Get me some of that coffee body scrub. He said, oh, is that what that stuff was in the shower? Like on the like the brown stuff on the, I was like, did you think I've been shitting in the shower? For years, like dating, newly dating, engaged, moving in together, now married for a couple of years, and you just are like, well, whew, she shits in the shower, but I love her, you know. That's okay. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so much for having me. Bubby's Pickles, Monday Night Comedy Show.
Thank you so much, Amber, for being back at the Monday. We want you back. Please come back as soon as possible. And when you are in Minneapolis, please visit our studio. We would love to have you.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of masks. I'll be there.
Excellent, excellent. Now you do have your first album on Stand Up Records called Sparkly Parts. You can get it at standuprecords.com, Apple Music, on Amazon. It's only $9 for the download. Please buy multiple copies. Go on Spotify and just play it on a loop.
Yeah, do all the things. I got enamel pins that are real cute. You can find them on the website. You guys, all the stuff.
There you go. I didn't know you had enamel pins. I'm gonna get an enamel pin.
Yeah.
Do you get that at Stand Up Records?
I don't know, but I'll find it. We'll figure it out. I'm on I'm on the internet.
Right on. AmberPreston.com for those who are curious. And also tonight, if you do have the means, of course, it's never a requirement, but always appreciated. You can tip the comics via Venmo backsplash. That's something in your kitchen. / Monday Night Comedy Show. You can tip, and we will get all that money back to the comics who are performing tonight. It's our way of saying thank you so much for being a part of the Monday, and your way of saying, hey, I just enjoyed 2 hours of awesome comedy and had a great time despite the host. Do it. Again, if you don't have the means, and if you don't have Venmo, that's okay. We take PayPal somehow. I'm not sure how. You can mail us a check. I don't know. You can take pictures of checks now, I think. Yeah, do that. Take a picture of a check and send it. Send one of those big fuckers, the big checks like Publishers Clearinghouse, and say to the Monday Night Comedy Show for $3, or $30, or if you're independently wealthy, more, and say for a night I won't soon forget. Because I watched the 588th Monday Night Comedy Show and I had a great time. There were people from Alaska, people from Los Angeles, from Bloomington, now North Minneapolis, because apparently buying a house is chic and in vogue during COVID. I don't know. Maybe haunted houses. Speaking of haunted, your next performer haunts me. I have it on the sheet that you're from Bloomington still. I wish you would have updated me, John. But there are just lines of communication kind of failed this week.
Well, we're via satellite. It doesn't matter where we are.
Are we via? Can we afford satellite at the moment? No, we still use streams. I don't know how the internet works, but I'm pretty sure it's with Twine in Minnesota. Get it together. John Wheeler, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, you didn't see that. Hang on. You know what? You got one loaded? Hang on. John, before you do that, come on. Stand up.
Hi, Andy.
Kruger, one moment. This is, get closer. Come on. I deserve this. And then we'll go to John. Hang on. We're gonna sing for your birthday, John, too.
Oh, it's my fucking birthday.
This is what's supposed to happen every time I let slip. Ladies and gentlemen.
The one he's using is the same one that he ain't got time to bleed.
That's the present that keeps on giving the whole year, Kruger.
I'm doing
Andy in the face.
Bring it to learn, to change. Times have changed at the Monday Night Comedy Show. And I'm changing with them, by God. Former renter, new homeowner, John Wheeler, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Fuck, it's happening again. It's happening.
Andy, are we gonna do the YouTube thing after I flail at some comedy? We could. All right, I'll flail at some comedy. All right. Well, yeah, Alexis and I bought a house, and it kind of gave me the. I started thinking that I should maybe leave the whole freelance game because trying to afford a house in North Minneapolis on a con artist salary might not last forever. I was like, maybe I'll look for a real job. And she was like, they still drug test, right? And I was like, why? And I mean, yeah, apparently they will still do that from any end of the spectrum of job. Like even if you're like an astronaut or something really important, and either way, it's bullshit. Because if I make it all the way through astronaut school and I'm just on coke every single day, I think before our first space mission is not the time to stop me. If the life support craps out halfway to Mars, you got an idea man on board now, baby. Hey! And I do say Mars because I applied for SpaceX. We'll see, but I defended Elon Musk when everybody like shit on him for smoking a doob on the internet. By the way, they didn't shit on him for like being a horrible capitalist nightmare man. But yeah, no, he smoked weed, and I was like, hey, it's okay to do that. That don't dump on him for that's ridiculous. But then I found out his company policies were like heavily, we don't let people do drugs at SpaceX and Tesla and whatever. And I mean, that's hypocritical. If you're going to be like that, you can skip Mars and go straight to Uranus.
I get it.
I came here to promote my YouTube channel, Andy, and thought this through all the way. Also, with the drug testing, though, I don't understand why. Like, if anybody's applied for a job anytime in the past few years, you go to like 4 interviews, and like, what kind of incompetent boob can't figure out you're on drugs from talking to you before? Like, well, he picked at his face a lot, and during the 4th callback interview, he kept taking apart the microwave in the break room. But if we don't find anything too weird in this jar of urine we made him give us, we got a new pilot. Like, it seems like HR is dropping the ball a little bit there. The other thing, though, is like that's at the high end. On the other end of the whole employment spectrum, I would say that if let's say that I was in charge for some reason of a McDonald's, I would drug test my employees to like make sure they were on drugs. I don't want you working here just because like this is the best you can do. Like that's kind of terrifying. You should just be here because you're high and fucked your life up. That is a little bit more understandable. But the kind of guy that's just like, no, I wake up every morning sober as a priest, just making $7 an hour and lots of smiles. Get out of here. Like that's I don't feel safe working around someone like that. That's a mass shooting waiting to happen. And he's sober, so he might actually hit something. That's really scary. If you're working for me at a McDonald's, you should be on like your 5th DUI. You should be high all day long. You should be selling weed in the parking lot to me because I'm fucking stuck here too, obviously. Not because I'm loving it. I'm going to stick with this theme. I'm inventing a new thing. It's not stand-up comedy. It's just called telling a story that goes nowhere. It's my favorite form of entertainment. But the only jobs that I've ever worked at in my long 40 years, I started working at one, were the sort of the middle of the road, like clip-on time, middle management bullshit job where you don't really exactly know what your job is or what the company you work for does. And those places don't drug test because every single person there is on at least 11 different psychotropic prescription drugs, and at least 10 of those drugs were prescribed by an actual doctor. And they just don't have time to sort it out. Like it's just too much of a drab, scary, flickering fluorescent light nightmare. Like, hey, can't help but notice, Bob, that that quarterly report you just turned in was written in blood. Everything okay at home there, big guy? And the HR already knows that Bob's on Xanax and Adderall and Ambien, and things are not okay for Bob anywhere. But at that point, are they really going to test his piss to see if he's added a little hallucinogenic toad venom to the mix? It's just company money. Listen. If Bob needs a little bit of toad venom at lunch to keep his hands steady, I'm nobody to judge. All right. He brings his own blood from home. He turns his reports in on time. Let's not rock the boat here, people. And I am not going back to drawing people from a temp agency because honestly, I've heard a lot of them drink. That's like all I have. right now. But Andy, can we show my YouTube? Here's the thing: the YouTube videos also be doing comedy, but with like a tie and there's a background. Oh, and there's music.
What's it? Okay, so John, what is the video we're about to see? It's your YouTube channel is called Underdressed and Overserved.
Yeah,
correct.
Well, the show, the channel's called the Alchemical Cocktail Lounge, and the show is called Underdressed and Overserved because me and Meredith and Bill, who is Bill, I can't quite remember how to say his last name. My friend Bill. Meredith helps me with it. Alexis helps me with it. We're gonna have a few different shows under the old umbrella of the Alchemical Cocktail Lounge.
Excellent. And this is the first episode, correct?
Yeah. This is the first. We filmed a bunch, and we have like 2 edited. So I figured we should subject everyone here as a test hamster to my bullshit.
John, and speaking of editing, you do a great job with editing, and I'm not sure if you do freelance stuff, but John Wheeler is definitely a talent when it comes to editing. All of his promos for the Monday Night Comedy Show put everything that we've done in the last 13 years to shame.
Well, Andy, you're kind of why I just, despite the fact that I can't leave the house and I got nothing to do, but aside from that, the whole YouTube channel thing was making those for the Monday night kind of made me go, maybe I should just do this all the time because it's fun and I'm too old to be in a band. So,
You're not too old to be in a band.
Even though I'm too old to do that too.
Well, after the video, we are going to sing the traditional Monday Night Comedy Show Happy Birthday, and then we're going to have Wayne Burfine join us here in studio. He's been patiently waiting all night, despite my rambling on. But here is episode 1, Underdressed and Overserved by John Wheeler, ladies, folks, people, my friends.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
It's a little better with sound usually.
Having safe, sanitized, socially distanced events. And you know what? Of responsible if you're going to go out during a global pandemic. But being responsible defeats the purpose of leaving your house in the first place. You know damn well that you laugh at the guy at the end of the beer commercial that says, "Please drink responsibly." Yeah, right, asshole. As if there's a responsible way to.
Oh. So we're having some technical issues with the audio. That's okay. We're going to figure that out. And hopefully that won't happen again. It was a little echoey. I'm not sure if you heard that. You probably did. So we apologize for that. But I just want to thank everybody for watching thus far. We're not done. But remember, you can tip the comics tonight. I want to thank Abby Stackowitz for being the first person to tip the comics tonight. Please follow her lead if you do have the means. We understand that money is tight, but we do appreciate it, and we'll get all of that tip money back to the performers as soon as possible. My filing system is improving in my home office every day. I set up a card table recently. We're just waiting for the.
You set up a card table?
I set up a card table. I did.
What's on it?
A tablecloth that I stole from Spring Street, and my work computer. Work from home. Tomorrow, I don't know if you guys have kids or not. If you don't bother at this point. But my son starts school tomorrow. Distance learning for 6 weeks. So to everybody, every parent out there who has to suffer through distance learning, we know it fucking sucks. Just visit your local liquor store, and here we go. So I believe we're ready. So we are going to start from the beginning. They're Underdressed and Overserved by John Wheeler. Check out his new YouTube channel. Here we go.
We're ready. We're ready.
It's an exercise in infinity.
Wait a second. That doesn't.
Just kidding.
All right.
Here we go. Wait.
All right, go ahead.
Here we go.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh hey! I haven't seen anyone around here in a while. You know, being stuck at home during a global pandemic sure is depressing. That's why we've started having safe, sanitized, socially distanced events. And you know what? Those are even more depressing. Of course. Be responsible if you're going to go out during a global pandemic. But being responsible defeats the purpose of leaving your house in the first place. You know damn well that you laugh at the guy at the end of the beer commercial that says, "Please drink responsibly." Yeah, right, asshole. As if there's a responsible way to drink a 30-pack of Natty Ice. For my money, it's behind the wheel of a speedboat or nothing. So that's why I'm just waiting it out for a vaccine, okay? I can't handle the whole half-assed, well, if everybody here wears a full hazmat suit, stands 20 feet away from each other with plastic sheets in between, and nobody cheers or laughs or drinks or talks to each other or anything, well, then we can have a limited number of people watch the event outside on a screen. Doesn't that sound like fun? No, that sounds like putting on a condom to get a hand job. I appreciate all of the effort that's going into this, but to be honest, I think I'd have more fun at home by myself. I'm not saying I don't understand the importance of being financially supportive in these unprecedented times, okay? I don't want anyone to lose their business or get evicted, so that's why I'm doing this now, so when we all start raw dogging again, you're not homeless. Because, ick. And hey, not saying you can't have sex if you're living out of your van. I'm not even saying you have to wrap it up every single time. Nobody does that. I'm just saying that if you're going to have sex on a pile of used needles next to a piss bucket, you might be inviting a little bit of trouble into your life, okay? So listen, let's not celebrate the end of this pandemic by starting new.
Overdressed and underserved, Mr. John Wheeler. You can check it out on YouTube. What again, John? What is the YouTube channel name?
Oh, it's a real easy to remember thing I came up with called the Alchemical Cocktail Lounge, but it wasn't taken. So
oh, there you go. Okay, the Alchemical Cocktail Lounge. Excellent. And once again, that is John Wheeler, formerly of Bloomington, Minnesota, now of North Minneapolis.
You guys are probably down the street from me, maybe. Who knows?
Most likely, we're on Second, over by that Burger King off of Second and Lowry. So
I know where. I'm closer to Brooklyn Center, but.
Oh well, you're on the bougie end. Speaking of bougie, folks, we have in studio here. We got an echo again. Oh boy, we're having some weird audio issues, so we apologize if it's making you unhappy. But you know, trial and error, and we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. So stop stressing. Just have another drink, ladies and gentlemen, or folks. Damn it! Oh. One day I'll learn. One day, Kruger, you won't hurt me. I won't hurt myself. But let's put our hands together for our only in-studio performer of the evening. His name is Wayne Burfine. Orange Love! Orange Love!
Yeah! Good guy! Yeah! All right, yeah! Woo! Oh. What's going on, crackers? Are we doing good? I hope so. Hey, Andrew, you said you look up to hide your double chin. That's what beards are for. So you're not trying hard enough. It's a quadruple chin. Welcome to my club. So, Andrew, thank you for having me out here. I'm glad kids are going back to school, but not really school. because I have a lot of friends who think their children are perfect and wonderful. And after spending 6 months with them, apparently those conversations never come up anymore. I.e., I know what a piece of shit my kid is. I know he likes to piss in the wastebasket for some weird reason when he doesn't get his way, but that's what happens. So I now hang out with my friends more because they know their kids are kids and humans and aren't perfect, which is nice to hear every once in a while, having them sound like my father. So, I did a show. I'm gonna come do a close up so you guys can see this because I sold a couple of these masks at a show right there. No, too late. Can't zoom out anymore. See it? See it? Right? Okay. But I was selling them after a show, and this really old haggard man walked up. He was white, and he grabs it. He looks at it. And he goes, "Hey, this will go really good with my Trump mask. How much is it?" And I said, "Your civil liberties." And he still fucking bought it. So it's just, he doesn't understand things. He was pretty old. It was pretty perfect. It was what it was. It was fantastic. I was out on the road and I'm married. So if you don't know that, sorry, gentlemen. Anyway, let's be guy. He's got to be single. No, but what I like to do, what I kind of miss a little bit about being on the road is sending flirty texts to my wife. Because it let her know that, you know, it's still happening, still going on. And I'm well aware that she's the only person that will fuck me. So it's basically my thank you to her. One time I thought she deserved a dick pic, you know, because she was nice. And well, because I mean, the kids are doing it. And I thought, hey, why not? Let's do this. So I downloaded an app so I could do some editing. And then I sent her a panoramic. And sent it to her, and I got all excited because I was like, oh, what is she going to send back? What is she going to send back to me? Probably boobs. Probably boobs. But no, what she did, in fact, was send me back a text of one word, which was why. 3 question marks. So still got the magic. She's not wrong. It was the fingerprints were still visible. So, I mean, I had to get in. Shut up. All right. But no, my wife, we've been together 23 years. We've been married 21, and we still like each other, which is rare. But Amber's not wrong. They do weird shit. I'd like to talk to Amber about the whistling part because I don't know what it is about guys and whistling, but it just happens after 40, like every song you can whistle. And when someone stops you and goes, "What are you whistling?" I'm like, "Rain in Blood" by Slayer. Why? Because I'm a fucking man. Is that how you whistle, sir? Rain in Blood by Slayer. That's not a whistle. That's a Tibetan throat. What is that called? Throat singing. Yeah, throat singing. But lovely attempt. But we're working together technically because we both work from home. We both got very fortunate, very lucky. I furloughed when we first did it, and then my company called me after a month. I was like, please fucking come back. So I did. And I tell you, working with somebody and being around somebody 24/7, things start adding up. Camel's back start breaking a little bit, but I'm very passive. I'm very nice about it. So what I'll do is when my wife does something that pisses me off, I'll just say it was a customer on the line. I'll just be like, wow, this last customer kept talking to me with their mouth full. I couldn't understand what they were saying. And they would get upset with me because I couldn't understand them while they were eating a fucking hamburger. And as my wife sets down the hamburger, she says, oh, that's terrible. But I'm getting a little loose on this. And I think she might be catching on because last time I complained about a customer who didn't rinse the dishes before putting them in the dishwasher. I'm not smart, all right? We know. All right, we've already declared this. For another fun thing we've been doing with our quarantine life at home is we've been doing yoga and eating a lot of vegetables to get ourselves a little bit more healthy. And I don't know if you guys know this, but when you drastically change your diet and exercise regime, your body doesn't care for that. So when my wife and I are doing yoga, I'd say it kind of sounds like the 6th grade brass section of a band. Totally out of sync, way too loud, but nothing like yoga and giggles. And open windows because boy, howdy, vegetables do a reeking habit. And the other thing that kind of happened too, I was out getting supplies because we don't call it going for groceries anymore. We call it going for supplies. I even got a mask that has like the Hunger Games tribute logo on there. I customize it. It's got a beer can on it. So I'll go, I am the tribute for, but now we just don't care. So when I was at Target, though, I shit my pants whilst I was in the Target. And it wasn't on purpose. It's not like I went there and was like, God, I fucking hate these pants. What happened was revenge, is what I will call it, because I was in the dairy section looking for dairy because it's the best. And there was a small child who was not happy that its mother would not get it some Go-Gurt. Even though it had amazing debate skills, the mother said, no, you can't. We already have some at home and there's too much sugar. And the child replied very eloquently with, and I felt it. All right. I saw the mother and she just had that glaze over her face. Like she was done. You know what I mean? Like just had maybe a head cold, I think would be a good way to describe it. Or she was thinking about all the Texas mothers who gave their children too long of baths. But I felt for her and I thought, hey, I need to do something to help her out and make myself feel better. And then my little thought box was like, hey, dude, you remember that article you read where that guy farted in a kid's face for being an asshole? We should do that. I was like, yeah, well, I got one in the chamber. Let's do it. And the plan was just to walk past and like pitch it, you know, bow. I didn't want to like lob it and get friendly fire. I'd come there, bam, snipe it right in his face. But the mom was right there. I didn't want to get her. So I kind of waited and not like creepy, like staring the kid down type stuff. I was kind of like, oh, what's the ingredients inside of this? Other ice cream. And then the mom goes across the aisle and I'm like, go time. So I start walking past the kid and I pow. And then, oh yeah, that's way warmer than it should be. Oh, yoga and veggies. No. Yeah. So then I got home and I told my wife about the amazing thing that I did. And, you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody for 23 years, you think you'd know them. You think they would tell you things that you need to know. After 23 years of being with my wife, she has just finally told me I should not shit my pants in public. Just now. You think that'd be something you tell me in like week 2, maybe day 23, not year 23. Don't shit your pants in public. I think that's kind of an important thing to tell somebody. Share your knowledge with your loved ones is the key of that story. I got myself a white noise maker so it would help me sleep better. It's not helping at all because all it is like, all lives matter. What about my property value? Trump 2020. It's the worst fucking thing I've ever bought. I love you guys. You guys are great. And Netflix can fuck itself. We're in a quarantine. We're all binging. And Netflix will still pop up. Hey, you still watching The Office season 3? Like, yeah, asshole. Of course. How about you fuck you, Netflix? How about that? If you really cared, you'd send somebody. How about that? If I'm still binging through fucking Office Space, check my DoorDash account too. Maybe I'm just like eating myself into. I'm going to be that kind of person where they're going to have to like cut open the wall to drag me out because this quarantine's not going well. And my aunt died and left me some money, and I just thought pizza would help me, but it didn't. Yoga and farts. Okay. No, I'm gonna reminisce. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up with this one. It's an old story, and I miss her. My niece just turned 21, and I'm very happy for her because she was doing homeschooling before all this shit happened. So she's ahead of the game. She still doesn't reply to my text, but I'm sure she's doing great. So I'm telling this story until she texts me back, and everybody hears the story about Emily Stevens. So when she was like 3, she wanted to play dress up. I was watching her. Her parents were out having a good time. I thought, yeah, let's play dress up. That sounds like fun. My mom just gave her a metric ton of jewelry, and I thought this will take all night. We'll have a good time. We'll play. We'll pretend. No, about a half hour. We're done. We got all the jewelry on us. She looks like I look like a Mr. T, and she looks like a little Miss T. And I'm just like, oh shit, what do we do now? And she goes, I'm gonna go get mommy's jewelry. And I was like, I don't give a shit. Go have fun. Here's a lighter. Don't turn the lights on. That'd be weird. And I'm just, oh, this will be a while with the lights off. This will take forever. And I kind of relax a little bit. I start watching a little bit more of her favorite Disney shows. And then she comes out with this necklace on with like the hugest pearls I'd ever seen on a necklace. And it didn't like connect at the bottom. And I was like, what the fuck are you wearing around? Oh yeah, no, you cannot wear that. No, honey, you got to take those off and go wash your hands. Cause that God, kids put the funniest things in their mouths. Thank you so much, Monday Night Comedy Show, for having me. Thank you, Nanotako, for having us as well.
Yeah! Wayne Burbine! Wayne, it's Wayne, everybody! Everybody look at Wayne! Wayne! It's Wayne! This is what it looks like! Wayne! Whew! Well, that was Wayne Burfine, our last comic of the 588th Monday Night Comedy Show. I would like to thank all the performers. Give them a round of applause. Everybody who saw tonight. Even the videos. Too. Yes. That does it for the Monday Night Comedy Show. Thus ends our 588th show, folks, and we appreciate every single one of you who were watching. If you did like it, remember tomorrow morning you can share the video and say, I watched this last night against my better judgment, and I saw some things that were funny. So we want to, of course, thank one of the performers, you the audience, but also I would like to thank St. May of the internet, Ronnie, and J Money motherfucking Hawk. Special thanks to Mercy Victor, to Kat, to Shane, to Whitney, to Carly, to Jeff, everybody here at Nanotako Studios. Go to nanotakostudios.com, bookmark it, and check out all the cool stuff that they can do for you and your business, or just your personal life. If you want to make really cool graphics, why not? Everybody deserves an intro. That's the Monday Night Comedy Show stance. What's your stance? That's a good time to end the show. We do this every week, 8 p.m. Central. Wouldn't it be great if you joined us next week to find out what the 589th Monday Night Comedy Show is gonna have for you? New videos, new comics, more people in studio, and a lot of fun. So remember that you only have this one life, and you better start fucking living it. So stop fucking around and have some fun. Be kind to people and yourself. So thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Come on. Woo. Thanks, everyone. We love you. Wonderful. Bam, ham, slam.
Citizens of the planet, the Monday Night Comedy Show is the longest-running comedy showcase in the Twin Cities. Our choices have sometimes been questionable.
This goes out to all those people who didn't believe in me when I was just starting out. Now I'm going viral.
We were once called the weirdest show in town, and over the years, we lost some of that. We're happy to announce that bringing the weird back to the MNCS is an item on our to-do list. We ask that you take a chance and watch us each week at 8 p.m. Central. We're not only going to bring you a safe and fun way to see performers from all over the metro area, but all over the country and the world. We are the Monday Night Comedy Show. We've been doing this for over 13 years, so we almost sort of have an idea of how this works. Stay awesome and see you Monday.